Welcome everybody to a casted game of CBB versus EVS B. That's a lot of B's, but without further ado, we're gonna introduce the players. Over here we have PVOS playing Thor, starting with an armory opening. On the pocket we have Thunder BR playing Isis, and on the right side we have Love BR playing Loki. Then on the opposite team we have Mowgli playing Thor, also opening with an armory opening. In the pocket we have Hades, Deities doing the standard opening with Vault of Erebus. And on the left side we have Thaddeus Tentacle playing Isis. So, bit of a mirror match going on. Both teams have an Isis player and a Thor player, and one has a... Well, one team uses the Isis player as the pocket boomer, and the other one uses the Hades player as the pocket boomer. So let's see how this game goes. Spy being used. I love already on the right side. And the map is Tundra, by the way. So I expect a lot of raiding from CBB's pockets, the Thor and the Loki, and on the opposite sides I'm not sure what to expect. I've casted one game earlier with Thaddeus and he made a bunch of spearmen, so maybe their plan is to counter the Norse raiding cavalry with the spearmen, but we'll have to see. Just gonna speed up the first part of the game and see if what happens later. Interesting is going on. Proper shields being researched. Weird temple placement, but I guess he just wants to protect his gold mine. I just want to walk too far. Lots of dwarves. You should check out the DoD website. We have some good Thor build orders over there. So first players aging up. We have Thunder going up to Forsetti, and we have our pocket player going up to Anubis. Sorry, that was not Thunder. It's Love going up to Forsetti, and well, PVOS is kind of late. All the opponents are aging up. Let's take a quick look. Freya for the Thor player, Athena for the Hades player, and the Isis player is also going through Anubis. So no surprises there. I wonder if they can put some pressure on the Thor player here, knowing that he's up so late. But we'll have to see. I do see 2 prosperities already, so I can imagine that they'll both grab a second town center. And well, knowing that he's versus Thor, he might just have the opportunity to do so. But still, I mean, the pressure can also come from his allies. I mean, Love BR could have gone through Heimdall and put some early pressure on him, but he opted not to do so. I'm a bit surprised by Forsetti, by the way. Nowadays, it's so popular to go through Heimdall and boom, but I suppose it is an open map. So, forward town center being grabbed by Deities, backward town center being grabbed by Thaddeus Tentacle. And so far, no town centers for CBB. GrC doing a bit of whacking against the obelisk. Oh, PVOS grabbed the Dwarven Horseshoe. This is pretty nice for if you're gonna do for a heavy cavalry spam, which I think he will, because he aids up to Freya. So, second town center is now up for EVS. Valkyrie being chased by a hearse here. armory and a market coming up, so I'm guessing that Thunder is aiming for straight to the Heroic Age. Well, he is floating a lot of gold, so I'm not sure. No, he is getting Necropolis and Precute Serpent Spear, so I'm guessing he's happy to run around with Spearmen. A lot of people are grabbing their relics. Can't keep track of all of them, but that's a nice one as well. So Thunder now clearing Obelisk with his Spearmen. And he is using the area of effect and healing over here with this Pharaoh. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not. Third town center now being grabbed by Deities Paul. I'm guessing he feels safe. He didn't need to use Sentinel on the fourth one, so I'd have liked a few more villagers though. Plague of Serpents now being used defensively to cope with these Spearmen. Not sure if that will be enough, but the Minotaur here will help out. And some Axemen of his own. Should be fine. But there are 2 Anibites here. I think those were the ones that damaged him earlier. So, raiding cavalry now for PWAS, pressuring the gold mine. But Sentinels in. I liked how he placed it between this mining camp and a house, but maybe that wasn't intentional. But good job. Imagine if this monument was placed over here. And, well, restoration now being used. Am I missing something? He used it over here to heal the villagers. I'm not sure if I like that play, to be honest. I don't think that was quite necessary at this point. Though he just needs to clear these up. Just make 2 houses. There and there. This is just you're inviting your opponent in. Raid now also coming in on the pocket from Love. Quite a few hers here. I imagine he has all the things. He also has the Hermes Wing Sandal. That's great. Maybe he scouted it before he ate up to Forsetti. Maybe not. Let's see. So far CBB putting up the pressure and raiding, and EVS is booming. They are already 20 villagers ahead, so that's good for them. I do now hear a second town center by Thunder BR, so he is happily booming behind all this. And he was also going back now. Not sure why. I mean, at this point you could have just started raiding the allies. Mowgli now putting some pressure on CBB, and a nice wall over here. And a good forest fire. That's a very nice play. Well, he was able to go through the wall, so didn't do that much damage. They are now being followed up by some Toxitus. We're waiting for them. So I like how the EVS guys are playing together. They're really dealing with the raids as a team. On the other side, snakes are scaring away the raiding cavalry. They do travel far. Those were all the way over here. Second town center now being grabbed by PWAS. And I would not mind seeing some additional walls here for Mowgli. Little skirmish going on over here. Another forest fire being used. Yeah, okay. Thaddeus is not being lured in. He was just doing his best over here. He's doing some damage to these villagers though. Quite a few low HP ones. And now he's once again trying to draw them in. One villager down. You really should just move these villagers over here for the time being while this forest fire is going on. Once the forest fire is done, Spearman can deal with this raiding cavalry. Well, And already a heroic age in for Mowgli almost. It appears that Love and Thunder are also aging up through Thunder through Sobek and Love through Bragi, no surprise there. Quick look at Skadi for Mowgli, interesting. I guess his direct opponent is Loki, so you can just shut down his flaming weapon, so that makes sense. Do like the instant Huntress Axe being grabbed there. And there to Paul now walling up nicely. Nice raid. Losing quite a few dwarves, but I think there weren't enough raiding cavalry to really... I think he converted a few to berserks. It's always an option as you're playing. And there are now already 34, 35 villagers ahead, so things are looking there. Things are looking good for the EVS team. I think this is a trend I've seen in most games so far, that usually the booming just works better than raiding, unless you're killing a lot of villagers, but... Rock now incoming. On the left side, it's time for counter damage, counter pressure. But let's see. PWAS is now aging up through Bragi. Oh, and these are rather slow, so you don't want to be caught with your pants down so far with this slow army. Then again, it's 2 versus 1. And I don't think Thunder BR has much of an army. It's hard to see in the minimap, but I think he has a few spearmen walking around, but that's about it. I imagine he made a Mitchdal and he's now making... Oh, he's already going through Osiris, that's so straight to Mythic. I'm not sure if I like that play. Maybe they'll get away with it. It will help against all these Anibites though, but then again there are lots of toxicity here, so they can try to snipe him. So the game turned out in a 1v1 on the right side and well, 1v2 on the left side. And I imagine that well, Fort Migdal already being placed by Thunder BR, he will join the fray soon. Here to Paul now also in heroic age to Apollo, so they can just run away from flaming weapons should they need to, but so far they're happily fighting 1 versus 2. And they're really taking advantage of their gods having these spearmen. Oh, but a huge locust over here. And flaming weapons. I will not mind. Oh, nice micro by there. Paul really took care of all these all this cavalry at the front. Meanwhile, Thaddeus' army has been destroyed, and I think these won't live another day either, unless he... Well, he does. He tries to micro, but oh well. But forcing a defensive flaming weapons and the defensive plague of snake is always a nice thing. Now also has a huge army on the right side as well, so maybe he'll now start pushing over here. Thank you, Paranormal, for the raid. Thunder now in the Mythic Age, Son of Osiris instantly coming in. And I think this is what Deities Paul was trying to achieve, because they're now focusing too much on the left side. And if they now start to push on the right side with 2, yeah, Love is on his own. Now grabbing his second settlement. Already starting a trade route over here. Locust Swarm being used. Didn't deal that much damage, but it did force to relocate. And Underworld, so I'm guessing, yeah, over here, over here. Very nice, that way you can also just go back to the other flank should he need to. I'm not sure if they can deal with this army. There are 2 plays over here, and the Son of Osiris is in play. These are probably nicely upgraded, yeah. These are dealing some damage. But now there's this hill fort you need to take care of. Dwarven mine being used somewhere. Not this one. Oh yeah. Oh, and Son of Osiris. I guess he'll just flee through this wall. Yeah, he made a gate. I would not mind seeing a siege workshop here somewhere, just to make a few siege towers to push. But so far things are looking well for EVS. Yeah, Desert Wind being researched, but I don't think they get to do much raiding. EVS has the wall up their places, their bases pretty well. Love also now in the Mythic Age to help. Nidhogg being used somewhere. Maybe, yeah, over here on the gold mine. I guess, yeah, this dwarf is spied, so he had line of sight. Well, it killed quite a few villagers, but I guess he'll now send some, yeah, some heroes to deal with it. So I wonder what the plan is. Will he just do a massive push with flaming weapons? Because his opponent does have frost to deal with any of that. Bit of a stalemate on the other side, although he's pushing with Protopoli. I would not mind seeing one of the two players grab this town center and maybe another forward sentinel. Love now pushing with a lot of fire giants. Let's see. Deities Pulse aging up through Hephaestus, no surprise there. Frost now being used, I think this is a mistake. Because now he's free to use flaming weapons whenever he wants. So the moment he'll get out of this frost, he'll use flaming weapons and he can start pushing. I think, yeah, his ally was very close to the underworld, so he could have just waited this one out and asked his ally to help defend against this. Now taking care of all these dwarfs. Still solid villager lead for EVS. We're still pushing on the left side, but these Protopoli are out of position. Temple healing coming in, plenty being used. And now Love is returning. Guess he doesn't want to push 2 versus 1. Oh, he is committing to this with flaming weapons. Yeah. Deities Pulse now on the back of this. Yeah, this army will be taken care of quite easily, I imagine. Though there is a Nidhogg here somewhere. It's being hunted by some Goaty, and Chiron is here to help. But it is dealing a lot of damage. Yeah, this has been basically being taken care of. Meanwhile, on the other side, they are pushing back 2 versus 1. I think Thaddeus can hold, but I would have liked a few more Migdals over here. And this Nidhogg will go down anytime now. So yeah, that was basically all the power spikes from the Loki player here. And he has been on 2000s for not that long, so I imagine that yeah, he's in a rough spot. Then again, his direct opponent hasn't had a second town center for that long either. Yeah, he's fighting 2 versus 1, and yeah, Deities Pulse can easily switch sides, which he'll now do to help defend against this. And that's just really, this is really his type of game. He can just go from side to side and chill in the main base. His economy has been mostly untouched so far. And look at all these armory upgrades being crap. Now they're so cheap with Forge of Olympus in. None of the other players are aging up yet. I would have expected them to at least try. But I'm guessing Mowgli just wanted to hold whatever pressure was coming from his opponent. So let's see what they'll do. I would not mind seeing them continue to push with Protopoli, grab the town center, just go to the main base. But he is moving to the right side. Oh no, now he's back. Titan already being pre-queued. At some point you want to give some resources to your allies. Second Locust Swarm being used. Use it from here to here. I'm not sure if I like that. Could have used it from right to left. Well. You really need to make some siege. 1 or 2 towers or Protopoli. You can just go well straight in. Are they now out of gold? There's one dwarven mine almost being mined out. I'm not sure if they have much gold left. So far only Thunder has made an effort to make a trade route. Over here a bit of a stalemate. Guess they are playing for doing the gold control play, because they are guarding these gold mines quite well. Not mind seeing some another dwarven mine being used. Yeah, he's basically forced to. I don't think he has any other gold mines. He could try to sneak. I guess that doesn't work. Would like to see some Peltast here, but he's training some to deal with all these turrets. On the right side, not much has happened. Love is going for the classic Loki late game with the Ballista and Fire Giants. And well, it says they're quite far ahead in terms of military, but it appears that their Tipol is struggling to get full population. And finally some siege towers. So yeah, they can just push in here. And I'm not sure what this trade route is by POS. He's trading from here to here. That's not a good idea. And yeah, I don't think there's much he can do from this point. Maybe he could have done a YOLO Ragnarok, but I think that would not have helped him in the long run. Red is aging up though. Is he going up to Balder? No, he's aging up to Tyr. Yeah, I'm not so sure what they try to do, try to accomplish with that. On the right side, Love is being pushed. See some Gastrophetos being used as siege and a ram. So finally some pushing power. And I'm not sure if they can hold this. He's finally grabbed his backward town center. He's now trying to grab the forward town center. I really would have liked it. Either Deities or Thaddeus grabbed one of these, this town center, but well. Meanwhile, Thunder is helping defend the right side, but he's soon to be crushed from the left side. I wonder where he used fortifies over here. I'm not too sure if that's the best idea. Seems like a waste of favor, unless it was his first one. Nope, he did recast it. Could have better just make some myth units or something. No, Thaddeus should not have listened to my advice. His villagers are now being slaughtered by the wolves. So, CBB pushing back. Let's see if they can keep doing so. The EVS guys are aging up. Thaddeus through Osiris, so I'm guessing he'll have his Son of Osiris here soon. He can start pushing with some, well, little ball over here and some catapults. And we have Mowgli aging up to tier as well. Yeah, Thunder really can't win this fight, I'm guessing. Oh yes, decent armory ups. And Titan Gate now being used by Deities. And a trade route now for Mowgli. Even though he has plenty of gold on his back. Though I say plenty, but not that much actually. Oh. Another locust being used just to destroy farms. Probably also on this army, but yeah, I'm not sure if I like that play. If you're just going to destroy farms, might as well destroy these, right? I do hear Son of Osiris. Cannot see him. Oh, over there. So yeah, game advancing pretty slowly, to be honest, but I'm guessing CBB is confident they can still pull a win out of this somehow. Pinball Winter now being used by Mowgli. Yeah, they're now ahead in terms of 100 villagers ahead in their first resigns. So GG, well played. Welcome everybody to game 2 of EVS versus CBBB. EVS B versus CBBB, so plenty of Bs. Let's start with the players. Over here we have P was playing Gaia, giving his first Gaia Force to himself. In the pocket we have Thunder BR playing Isis. And on the left side we have Love BR playing Freyr. So 3 Boomy Gods on a Boomy map, because we are playing on Alfheim. On the bottom we have Mowgli playing Freyr. On the pocket we have Deities playing Hades. And on the right side we have Thaddeus Tentacle playing Fushi. Well, not quite the same matchup, but yeah, it appears that everybody just went for a more boomy gods. Interesting to see a Freyr mirror on the left side. We'll see how this unfolds. Just gonna fast forward there for the archaic age. I'm a bit surprised that he used the Gaia Forest on his own town center, to be honest. I think you can help a Norse player so much by giving it to him. Because now he has 3 ox cards, and if you can save 1 ox card, that's 100 resources. And then you can make it so much easier to grab these super early economy upgrades. Yeah, Mowgli is getting hand axe. Let's see if Love he got pickaxe. Did Mowgli have pickaxe? He has both, so yeah. He has his build orders down. Temple now coming down. So I don't really see a specific plan. I suppose they can use Gaia Forest and Forest Fire, even though that is banned on the enemy town center. So, but I suppose there's still plans that you can stress you can do with that. Although he did pre-queue Uller, so no Forest Fire. Seems everybody is aging up. Quick check. Oceanus, Uller, Anubis, Athena, and yeah, what's his face? The one with Vanish. That's need to know this. Janu. I am curious, he only has 2 powerful, so he didn't use my super duper build order that ages up with 3 at 4 minutes and 4 seconds. Instantly going for an Imperial Academy and a machine workshop. I wonder what's up with that. I would have expected a second town center, but oh well. Maybe he's afraid of a rush or something. I do see a second town center by Deities Paul, once again a forward one. Guess he's not afraid. And a backward town center being grabbed by Thunder. I'd like how he moved his cows from here to here. Although he does have wood, gold and food. So doesn't really need to do that. Well, second town center being grabbed by PWAS. A nice cross walling here for Mowgli. Boyd would be proud. And another town center being grabbed by Love BR. So this game, it's CBB that's going for the early second town center route. And it's EVS that's, well, I'm guessing they also grab town centers, but they made some military buildings first. I guess they just want to be certain they are not getting rushed or anything like that. Ninja, yeah, pursuing the Anibite. And Ajax is here to help. Guardian Bastion being used over here. Wants to secure his own fourth town center. He could have used it over here if they knew that they were grabbing his backward town center, but I'm guessing he doesn't want to go for a risky play. Anybody now harassing the Quafu. It is weird that this one Quafu was coloring gold over here. I don't really understand what's up with that. Plague of Serpents now being used, and Carnivore, and a defensive Vanish. Not sure if that was necessary. I mean, Nezha is right here. Nezha can just take care of the Carnivore and the Serpents. So, well, it is 2 classical god powers being used in favor of 1. And the snakes got care of the Chillin, so... And the Nezha, so they're actually getting pretty good value out of this attack. Ajax is here to clean up though. So no worries. Deities Paul already on his 3rd town center. I'm guessing he just wants to play the game exactly like he did the first game. Where he where he just easily switched from side to side. Happily booming. So snakes have now been taken care of. Oh no, one left. And now a second town center from both Thaddeus and from Mowgli, but they are behind. Thunder once again going straight to the heroic age. I imagine it's through Sobek, because it's this map. I'll find. Zom now being used on the Asgardian hill fort. I really like that possibility. You can do some cheesy strats with that if you try to rush it out with Freyr and just get Sentinel on it. You can imagine you have this little fortress over here, just on your doorstep. That makes it so annoying. But Love's not afraid. He is grabbing his 4th town center. I'm not sure why they use Sentinels here actually. Yeah, I think it was uncalled for at this point. I imagine that Thunder will want to go to the Mythic Age right away. Let's take a quick look at his resources. I think so, yeah. I think so. And then I guess he just wants to death ball his way with Son of Osiris and catapults right to the center. Or maybe to the flanks. We'll have to see. Thaddeus and Deities are putting a little bit of pressure, but yeah. I mean, P was balled up nicely. Should start making a form. He is going to the heroic age. Steya. Don't imagine he will go heavy on Contarius over here. Oh. see. He wants to deny this gold mine. Now slowly creeping forward. I love these walls. Like, oh, you make this wall like this wall. Let me just make 2 walls. Oh, he actually walled around this. This is brilliant. Look at this. Oh man, I love this. How do you like this wall now, Bart? Anyway, I do hear a Hesperides tree being placed down. And he is getting the Contarius upgrades. Yeah, he's versus an Archer Civ, but versus 2 actually, but on this map you're not gonna get any raiding done, so I guess he just likes the Contarius. And Thunder already going to the Mythic 8s, but this time to Thoth. Maybe he just wants to spam a bunch of elephants. He has a rock with a Petsobek. Guardian Hildfort now being placed over here. Another Carnivora being used. I'm not sure if I like this. I guess he wants to defend Thunder's villager over here. But this is not getting done. This will just get destroyed. So, Mowgli now aging up through A-Gear, as is Love, also through A-Gear. And Deities is happy on the left side. But yeah, you're not gonna get any pushing done without any kind of siege. Would have liked him to get this unique upgrade, this one over here, Yaldir, to be able to produce rams. You could just do a little timing push. If you have these stocks on your back, just make a few rams and you go straight through here. But I guess they are happy to play for the longer game. Guessing he wants to get this backward town center because he is queuing berserks over here. Vidar already being pre-queued. Oh no, he's running right through the locust. I'm not sure what that sound was. If you subscribed, thank you. If not, also thank you. Should take a screenshot of this. This is brilliant. So, nothing much going on, sadly. It's an Alfheim game, no strats being used. Just straight up booming. And let's see who booms the best. Third town center now being grabbed by Thaddeus. And by Mowgli just grabbed his backward town center. So it is quite even. It's more even than I would have expected, considering that CBB were a lot faster in grabbing their second and third town centers. But I'm not sure what's up with that. Did they miss macro or did I miss a huge raid? I have no idea. Okay, there we have it. Love is now aging up to Vidar. And Deities is almost finished to Apollo, no surprises there. And he is whacking at some walls, but it appears that, yeah, I'm guessing that he has the, no upgrades yet, at all, on his war elephants, but I'm guessing he has Valley of the Kings. Yeah, there we have it. And just pumping up elephants, and there's not much Hades army can do when you just have archers deal with these elephants. He's really going for a death ball over here. Interesting to see. And I'm guessing that PWAS and Love BR are just stalling for time to give Thunder time to push. Deities is still in the classical age, so I'm not sure. Like, you can fight over here, over these walls, but what are you really going to accomplish? Ram now coming in. So finally some action on the left side. Sensory walls over here by Deities Paul. Did he scout these now heavy war elephants? He's got Tusks of the Epidemic in. I think he'll just try to max out these elephants. Are being scouted though by these Chillin. And now Vidar, and is he going for a death ball push? His army isn't that big. I can imagine if you time your Inferno God Power right, then you can just use that momentum and go right through. Who knows? Rock still being used here. I'm guessing for a line of sight on a Titan Gate perhaps, or who knows. So Thaddeus is now aging up to Nuba. That's an rare god to see, but I'm guessing you can combine it with any form of destructive god power to do a lot of damage. And his teammates are also aging up to Hephaestus and through, I'm guessing, Vidar as well. Yeah. Inferno being used on the front and Tempest being used. Yeah, that's quite some damage. I'm guessing this is bugged out because there's no way the difference is that big. But yeah, Mowgli is now, let's take a quick look. Yeah, he only has half pop, and I think most of it are villagers, so he really will need some help to defend against this. Like I said, if Lovebjorn pushes now, then he can really go right through. But on the other side, what's it called? Drought is being used. I'm not sure why, because yeah, the palace is now like a lot weaker, but you need some sort of damage dealing capabilities to do this, and the timing is off. I would have expected Deities Paul to use Underworld over here and help defend against this push, but they are happily pushing themselves. Maybe they want to turn it into a race. And if you're that committed to the 2 versus 1 or 2 versus 2 play on the right flank, why not have your Fussy ally make halberdiers and you go make the Tox? Because right now there's a huge elephant army pushing at the center, and on the left side we see the boar being used defensively and a defensive Inferno. But I think it's not a whiff. It cleared all these ballista on the way forward. So I think he'll be able to hold this position now. But it will be difficult, and now there's... What are you gonna do with this? It's your home base. You're gonna need a lot of Potomai. Underworld now being used, probably here to help defend against... oh, I'm not sure. Oh, over here to help defend against this. And now Gulen Bursty used offensively, and Meteor being used to clear out the Underworld. So I'm guessing they learned from the first game where they don't want to deal with the Underworld for the duration of the game. So yeah, big push by Love. You can just attack move over here and claim this town center. Now pushing with Tempest. And yeah, these, well, Thunder isn't actually microing his elephants, they're just running around. He should just, you know, shift click all the town centers and use these chariots to attack the villagers. I hope that Deities Paul, he does not have crenellations, otherwise it would have dealt a bit more damage. And on the right side, it's a bit of back and forth. They turtled up this place quite heavily with the fortresses and the towers and the Baule. So I think it's a matter for Pivos to just He did grab his 4th town center. He wants to place a few palaces over here and the towers and just yeah, defend this position while his ally is pushing through the center and on the left side. Although Love did not manage to yeah, fully secure this position. And well, it appears that he did go for the town center, but the army was taken care of by the hoplites. And now Deities is moving to the left. At this point you really need to start making a bunch of buildings on both sides, because well, you have no underworld at your disposal unless he has 200 favor in his back pocket. And Thunder appears to go for a second. Did he upgrade his Doughty? Or do they just look that way because they're damaged? Should check. Yeah, Thunder is now happily pushing right through the middle. Should probably go just for a forward Migdal. I mean, there are no enemies over here. And these are quite slow. This really reminds me of the old school playstyle where you just go Valley of the Kings and out-queue elephants. Restoration being used on absolutely nothing. I'm not sure what was going on over here. That must have been a misclick, because he used restoration on an allied longhouse, not on his own units. They're all still damaged. I have no idea. But yeah, things are looking well for CBB. Love BR is now almost up 1 town center. And well, Paul has his hands full dealing with all these elephants. And meanwhile on the right side, PWAS is actually pushing against Thaddeus, who has a bunch of idle villagers over here. So I think this will go onto CBB's favor. And they're building a Titan Gate on the back. And area of Mowgli resigned, and I'm guessing the others will follow soon. So yeah, GG. Let's go to the next one. And welcome everybody to game 3 of EVS B versus CBB B. The map is Mediterranean, and let's start over here with Thunder BR once again playing Isis on the left side. On the pocket we have PWAS playing Gaia, and on the right side we have Love BR playing Freyr, and PWAS is nice enough to give his Gaia first to his Norse ally, but he's not using it. He's still making a second ox cart. That's really dumb. You should just put your villagers on a Gaia first and don't make an extra ox cart. Oh well, let's go ahead with the other gods. With Paul playing Hades on the right side. We have Mowgli playing Odin on the center. And on the left side we have Edge Crusher playing... yeah, what's her Amaterasu. How can I not remember her name? It's been quite some time since I've seen her being played, especially in a team game. But maybe they've got a plan going on. The map is Mediterranean, so I expect either straight shenanigans, land rush, or a fight on sea and then a boom war on land. But we'll see how the game progresses. Yeah, I'm just gonna fast forward this part, to be honest. Docks being placed by everyone. It's weird to see the town center empowerment for the Isis player, and he only has 2 on wood. I'm not that familiar with the build orders, but I think this is an early age up, because he already has 4 on gold for the temple probably. Also, use your Gaia tree on give it to your ice, because then you can benefit from double empowerment, where you empower both the wood and the food. That was a strategy we used to use a lot back in the days actually. So, temple now being placed by Love BR, also by Edge Crusher, also by Mowgli, and Paul already has his on. Maybe for a Vault of Erebus build, but I'm not sure if you can do that if you're also booming with fishing ships. He is praying though, so I'm guessing he just wants to grab it later. He was also making a temple. Everybody happily playing a fish boom. Early advance by Thunder, like I mentioned, through Anubis. And everyone but GrC is aging up, although GrC is now aging up. Go through the gods, Oceanus, Freya, Athena, and Amane Uzume. Freyr aged up to Uller. So, no forced fire once again. Could have done for a forced fire Gaia first on a dock. I don't think that's banned. That used to be a strategy as well. Let's just go for normal speed here, because I'm not sure what's happening. Guardian Hillfort being used for it. Koshin Boku Tree being used. I'm guessing a second Kamaitachi will be used. And water fight has started. But so far it does not appear that... Oh well, they are fighting water, but straight heroic age through for GrC. I like to see it. He's aging up through Raijin. And well, this one technique, this Heavenly Barrage, used to be extremely OP, where your basically all your seed ships would be mini Son of Osiris's. So that was very strong. I think it got nerfed quite hard though, so I'm not sure if that's a winning strategy, because he might not have any docks up at the time that he's through the heroic age. But still, I like to see it. Meanwhile, over here, the Kamaitachi is idling. I mean, if he could attack here, that would be nice for him, because then it can do some damage. But so far, CBB has the water under control. And Deities was actually quite slow too. Is he also aging up? No, he is making ships, but he was... he's losing this hard, and once you have this disadvantage, it's hard to come back. Little skirmish going over here between the hero and Herseer, but this Asgardian Hillfort is going up regardless. And Mowgli is fighting back on water. Yeah, Heavenly Barrage instantly being researched, but he'll need some additional docks though, because right now he only has one. Where is the Kamaitachi? Juno coming in. Interesting to see. No, I would have thought that maybe Mowgli would go through faster work for the Skadi hammer ship bonus. That's also quite strong. So right now there are two seed ships and one Honyengo. Oh, they'll do decent. Oh well, no, these 4 hammer ships will probably quickly take care of the seed ships. There we have it. That's this myth unit doing its work. As you can see, the lightning damage is not nearly as much as it used to be. And when the Japanese were launched, this navy would have been destroyed by now. But Mowgli here to help. And well, let's see if they can get this going. But now Thunder BR is also aged up to the heroic age. And their Tepol is now fighting back, so maybe CB put the foot off the gas a bit too early. Thought they had already won and moved on to land, because I do see a second town center by Love. That's usually the way Mythic got played, where as soon as the water fight is over, grab second town centers. And because the party that was winning on water would usually overcommit, and that would give you the time to get advantage in the land economy. So Thunderburst now being used on water and Serpents and Carnivore, so big water fight. Leviathan is helping, and the Locust Swarm. is it dealing? It's dealing some damage, but it seems all god powers are quickly being taken care of. I'm not even sure where the serpents being used over here. Didn't see any. Meanwhile, 2 kitsune over here. I do see some blood, so I'm guessing there have been some successful raids by the Kamaitachi, but I've missed them. Bunch of idle citizens from Piwas. These kitsune will be taken care of by the pharaoh. Is this Goshinboku getting windsickles for the for his Kamaitachi? I'm not sure if I like that, because she already in heroic age, so she can just make Raiju. And they're so much better at raiding than Kamaitachi. But, well, the Jokersen are actually doing some work. They're lightning boats. I like this idea of just specializing. If you got good siege ship, just use siege ships and have your ally make archer ships and hammer ships if you need to deal with it. They are doing work actually. I like this. And on the right side, Deities is doing some pushing, but I'm not sure if he can really push against this. He should probably just skip this base and go for the main base where the economy is, but Love already has his towers up. Meanwhile, Mowgli is grabbing a second town center at the back of this, so I really like to see that. And he has a pretty good fish boom going on. Meanwhile, on the left side, Thunder is grabbing his Migdol. I'm guessing he's lost quite a few villagers, because I do see blood all over the place, and there are a few Raiju over here. So Skadi now in. Is Mowgli going for the tech? The tech I am referring to is this one. It's insanely strong on water. Makes if you have enough hammer ships, it basically freezes the enemy ships. But yeah, I thought CBB was winning water quite comfortably, but EVS is now clearing up. And now it's a matter of not overcommitting on land and switching to overcommitting on water and switching to land. And I think that's what they're doing. 2 dojo being placed by Edge Crusher. And he really needs to start getting a major idle Kraken. He really needs to start getting a major fish boom going on. Just grab all these fishing ships. The raid got electrified by these Jokuzen. the Valiant Bird is being used as a lightning rod for these Dryads. In terms of economy, EVS is actually ahead. I suppose that's, in terms of town centers, they are more or less equal, although Thunder BR is now grabbing his second town center. So I wonder what the strategy will be for both teams. Mowgli is walling up, love to see it. And Deities is doing the right thing. Just don't go into the main base, just go around and deal some damage over here, or over here, or over here. Would not mind seeing some walls over here by Deities as well. Huge amount of hammer ships still being produced. I'm guessing, yeah, Piwas is still fighting this. And Great Hand being used somewhere over here, I'm guessing. And Thunder BR is now claiming his 4th town center. And he's walled up, so I'm guessing he's fed up of all these Raiju raiding him, and now just making going for a more straightforward play. And this will be difficult, I think, once the Isis player has enough priests and he gets his army going. It will be rough for Amaterasu. Forest fire being used over here. Oh yeah, I love this raid. I'm not sure about the forest fire, but if Deities is smart, he just retreats back to this forest and try to lure Love BR's forces in. But he's not doing that. And these Skull will probably take care of all these Toxicus. No, he's actually running from this Minotaur, so good job there, Paul. This Crusher did make some fishing ships, so it appears that it's turning out to be a 1 versus 1 on the right side and a 2 versus 2 on the left side. Mowgli is now dropping a hill fort, but it's a bit too aggressive. Let's see, almost all players are in the heroic age. It appears that their Paul is now aged up to Aphrodite. And, well, Love aged up to Aegir. So he still has that play. He can use the, what you call it, the Gullenbursty and the Tempest combo over here and try to push. And the water fight is still going on. I'm not sure why CBB is even fighting this. They barely have any fishing ships left. This seems like a waste from Pivos resources, because it appears that he's spending all his resources on water. And, well, he's basically setting his ally up to play 1 versus 2 on the left side. Look at all these nice cherry trees. How many... let's take a quick look. He has 5 Miko. Can I see the income? Sure. Fortress by Paul. Maybe he wants to go straight to the Mythic Age. I'm guessing Sentinel. Nope, he used Cursed and Sentinel. Bit too early for my taste. He was already running away. You could have kept that Sentinel. Or kept the Curse. Because maybe Sentinel will be useful over here. Oh well. Gullenbursty being used and Tempest and Restoration. I think it's a bit of an overcommitment. I think from both players actually. I'm not sure why their Polish would push here to begin with, but Love is happily taking care of that opportunity and now yeah, really taking advantage of him being out of position. And he upgraded his rock giants here to GrC to help against these buildings. But defensive thrust now being used from Mowgli to help his ally out. And this gives Paul yeah, the opportunity to come back. He really needs some hyperspis though. What is he building? He's making a few. Thunderburst being used over here. They're now pushing 2 versus 1. And they do have an overwhelmingly larger army. That's because P was, well, he is now making buildings, so I'm guessing he'll yeah, he's making Arcus, he will join the fray soon. So, let's see. On the right side, Love BR is pushing against Paul, and I think he was successful because he got all these portable ramps. Another Zom coming in, yeah, second Zom on the same fortress right before it was destroyed. Hi there, Nino. I'm recording this for the YouTube channel. I'm not sure, is someone playing live? I can't. Maybe someone else can stream it. Let's finish this game first. I do hear a second town center up from there, Paul. And the light side. So maybe it will be a little base race where Mowgli and Crusher are fighting on the left side and Love BR is pushing on the right side. He does have a lot of siege, so he has this GrC and quite a few ramps. And there Paul is now making buildings as if life depends on it. Well, it does. And this will be hard. This will be hard to defend at this point. Maybe Mowgli needs to switch sides. He now has a few units here, but Well, all his infrastructure is over here, and these units will have to walk for quite some time before they get there. I really don't understand why Paul aged up to Aphrodite rather than Apollo, because then it would have been a matter of using a underworld over here and have his ally help out. Mowgli using Winter. And it appears that with some help from Mowgli, Paul can hold this. He really needs to put this Frost Giant on his GrC. But as a result of this, the push on the left side is basically stopped. Although he has got a lot of heavy samurai and some shinobi on here. And there are, yeah, that's also an advantage of winning water. You can siege down the building. So, where is it being used? Not seeing it. Love BR did grab this town center. I'm not sure if they'll hold it. And Thunderburst now being used to on the fleeing army, but I think they're overcommitting. I mean, just destroy this town center and just put all your infrastructure backed up. But yeah, Love BR is happily taking care of this army, so not too sure about that. Mowgli already prepping up for his 5th market for a trade route. Thinking this might be a long game. I'm guessing these siege ships would be good against this army with the lightning attack. Much better than the other siege ships anyway. Next question now, Mythic to Takamikazuchi and using the slash. And he dealt a lot of damage. That was huge. Defensive Tempest now in. But oh, that slash was big. He did not dodge that. He was probably too busy using his Tempest God Power over here. So now Love BR has not much of an army left. Let's see if he can defend against this push. Meanwhile, on the right side, PWAS and Thunder BR are pushing 2 versus 1. So it's a 2 versus 1 on this side and a 2 versus 1 on this side. But as long as they can hold, that it should be fine. Carnivore being used for some reason. And yeah, this samurai will really take care of all of this if they can reach it. Once again, what's that, solar shield being used? I'm not sure where. Over here, perhaps? Did he try to keep one of these samurai? They're now champion samurai. I'm guessing they will go to Hanamoto samurai. Looking at the trajectory of this game. Yeah. The town center now being taken care of by Paul and Mowgli. And if they can, yeah. You really need to add some seats. There are now some Petropoli coming in. If they can clean up this position, then it will be very hard for Love BR. Yeah, and it's pretty sad for him, because he was doing well, but he is now facing 2 versus 1. And that's just a rough position. And the worst part is that they're not winning on the other side either. These shinobi and samurai are going to town on this army. The Asura on the back, look at all these dead units. And there we have the resignations from Love and Thunder. So, well played by EVSB. I'm a bit surprised actually, because they weren't doing too well at the start, but they were winning water after the lightning ships came in. And they managed to do well on land as well. They did overcommit too much on water. And I think it's mainly because this is really something you need to do in team games. You need to coordinate when you stop fighting, because that happens often when one player is still fighting water quite heavily and the other ones stopped fighting because it was a lost cause. I'm not sure if that was the case here for CBB, but well played regardless. Let's go and change the right score to 2. And GG's.